Yo, what is up guys? It's the Goblin and welcome back to another Fortnite tips and tricks video. Now there was a huge update on Fortnite that basically reverted the patch basically to what we've been playing on for the majority of time and not like how it was this season. The 50 points or 50 health or shields per kill, you don't get that anymore. Your 500 limit on mats and your 40% increase speed on time to farm mats, all of that has disappeared and it's back to 999 mats in more traditional Fortnite. And of course a lot of people are very upset about this. I've seen some people that like it, but the majority of people seem to be upset about this. But you know, everyone has their different opinions, but regardless of the opinions, this is how the game is right now. And in this video, I'm going to talk about how to get a decent kill game and a solo win on this new patch. If you guys could drop a like on this thing, I would very, very much appreciate that. Smack that like button. That would be absolutely incredible if you guys could. And if we could hit 1,500 likes, that would be absolutely amazing. I would be very, very appreciative of that. Also, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new and use my supporter creator, the Goblin YT. So basically, if you want to get a solo win with 10 plus kills, the most consistent way you're going to do that is either a hot drop, or which basically means you're dropping quickly off the bus, or you're dropping tilted towers. However, the way that because these gameplay changes have changed the pace of the game now, a lot of people stay alive longer and players play a little bit less aggressive because of course you don't get the health and shield for kills, so there's not as much of a reward to do that, and as well you have to spend more time farming up your materials. So the strategy has changed a little bit and you can get, like I get here, a nice 10 kill win out of a place that is more of a medium drop like Retail Row. I recommend if you want to get wins in double-digit kills, you got to either do a hot drop, and even if you do a hot drop, you play it aggressive off the start and see how it goes. But if you do even a medium drop like I do here, this can be done, especially with the new patch and how players are playing a little bit slower compared to what we've been used to for the last like however many days that the other patch was on. But that's basically it. So you can see here I have 2 kills out of Retail. Retail wasn't the hottest drop, and what I mean by hot drop is basically where the bus is, right? So if the bus is coming in and the second it lets you be able to drop off the bus, a lot of people are impatient and they just drop off right underneath. That's going to be a hot drop, right? Then you have populated areas like Tilted Towers that are pretty much Salty Springs, always going to be hot drops usually. Then you have other areas like Retail Row, which depending on the bus route depends the temperature of that. And then you have other places like Junk Junction, way out, you know, on the sides and edges of the map, that if you just want to go for kills with not as many, or wins with not as many kills, that is definitely the way to do it. So you can see here I'm starting off in Retail, and I'm basically, the early game, your strategy hasn't really changed much except going for a kill is not as, you got to go for shields more, because back before you could just kill to get the shield, right? But you got to go for shields more. So you can see here 3 kills going into the mid game, and going into the mid game is where you can pick up a lot of kills here. You could do this before as well, and I don't know if it's changed the tempo a little bit, but this is always a place where you can, mid game you can't really control how many kills you're going to pick up, but you can join in these scrums. And the way these scrums work is, before people would want to join in this for third party for the extra health and incentives, and now people want to join in because by this point in the game everyone's done farming and people want to get into a fight. So you can see here what I do. I get the first kill on this player and then I'm basically getting ready, and my idea right here, this guy's spraying at me, I want to pop this slurp juice and then I want to grab the redeploy, because redeploys are the thing with this is, like, redeploys, I love them before in the old patch. On this patch they're still valuable, and especially with more mats they're really good, but because you don't get that extra bonus heals for killing people or eliminating players, it kind of is like double heals is a lot more like prevalent to carry, and a thing that people carry a lot. So you can see here definitely just by being in this huge build fight, these fights will happen mid game. This is especially an area where they happen in quite a bit, and especially where it's weird, but the zones that push players farther away, usually those zones you have a lot of fighting because you're all running towards the zone. You don't really have time to avoid each other, right? You're all running towards the zone fighting, and that's basically what happens here. So I picked up 3 kills in the early game, 3 kills in the mid game, and that's why this is almost like a perfect gameplay here to show off how to play with this style and basically be able to pull off these double-digit kill wins. You can see here, like I was talking about earlier, these zones really do push players, and there's a point where you got to decide where, this is always a tough decision. Decision making is huge in this game, of course, and deciding, do I want to run to the zone? Do I want to fight this player? I know I have the chug jug here, so I'm like, I can probably fight this guy, but the zone is so damn far, so I'm like, I'm going to get ahead a little bit and then probably look back and try to take on this player. Now, of course, whenever the enemy is firing at you, you sort of have to build. You don't really have much of a freedom there. There, he tags me with 30 damage, but I realize I have zone advantage here. We're both in a bad spot, but I'm closer to the safe zone than he is, so I have the angle on him. There, I'm able to get the elimination, and I make the conscious decision at this point to go for his loot, and that was a smart decision because I had that chug jug. So, of course, I got out of there, I used the chug jug, and I came up to this this area. Now, of course, this is just about setting up in the safe zone. I set up in a position on high ground. Luckily, I almost messed up falling down there, but I didn't. And once I get some damage in, I go on offense on this player. And you can see here, I'm still playing fairly aggressive. I'm going for these kills. I'm taking situations as they come. So I had height advantage. I shot that player for a bunch of damage. I'm going to go for the kill. It's too free at that point. You have to go for that kill. But then I'm also playing safe and smart. And then like I'm using things like this, you know, playing aggressive is great for getting kills. Right now I have 8 kills, 4 people left, so there's 3 enemies left, so I have a potential to get a double-digit kill gameplay here, which is, I know a lot of people, is usually their goal. Some people like to go for 5 kill wins, some people 10 kills, some people 15s, some people just want to get consistent wins. But the thing with the hamster ball, this is great for rotations because you can't take damage. And look at this, you get free high ground without using materials, right? Because you can just fly around, and I fly up to the top of this mountain essentially, and once I'm up there, I set up, and I'm basically already up here, you know, and I of course build my hamster ball into a box, which is a good key to stop them from moving, and then build up here. And I was about to set up, but I realized someone was challenging me a little bit. Now, at this point, you can see, I talked about glider redeploy a lot and how much I loved it on the old patch. On this new patch, I still think it's great. Like, I would rather have a glider redeploy here than a sniper, probably, and especially because of the mats. But you know, I have launch pads and I have other things, and I'm not building up too high because I'm up high, but it's also because I'm on natural cover, which is the mountain, right? So I have the high ground on this player. He gets some angles back, in which that angle, when you actually have the high ground looking down, can honestly be tough sometimes. And usually I like to build a little bit higher to get an even better angle than that. So I take my time, I build up, and I'm like, okay, at this point, this is where you got to make a conscious decision, and it's always risk reward about, do I want to go for more kills here, or do I want to try to secure the win? Now, usually you can count, if you're going to go for the win, that last player, you're usually going to have to kill. Sometimes they'll die to the storm or fall damage or something, right? But there, as you can see, I noticed a player rotating. I try to get sniping on him, actually missed the snipe, but you'll see I line it up right here in a second. And I am not known for my snipes, but when I have a sniper, you know, obviously I'm carrying it here because there wasn't really anything better to carry. Boom, 262, stacking on the kills with that. So now this gets to a point where it's very interesting. I can sort of just chill out. I realize, okay, the next zone I'm going to rotate with this jump pad, just because I could try to save it, but it's like, why am I saving a jump pad? There's 3 people left. This is the time to use it. However, this guy knocks me down, and I do take some fall damage. Of course, like I said, I wasn't up too high, so it wasn't that big of a deal. I don't mind playing it a little risky at a point where I'll take fall damage as long as it won't eliminate me. When you're at the point where a fall will instantly eliminate you, that's not where you want to be. So you can see every time I feel like he's going to knock me down, I drop down a little bit, but I'm still keeping the height advantage. I don't want to give up the height advantage, but I'm keeping a close gap in between us. Now, there, I had a good angle to get some shots in on that player. Of course, I didn't get those shots in, and you can see I use the jump pad now once that player has left, because a lot of the time, if you use a jump pad and the player's right below you, once you jump pad out of there, they'll just run up and use your jump pad, right? And you kind of gave them, by helping yourself, you help them out. So, of course, I had this campfire right here, which is the right move as well. And at this point, this is with the new material, or which is the original. You can see I still have, look at the mats. It's crazy. And to win on this patch, you have to be farming in the mid game. Farming wood and farming brick, usually. Like, it's not as big of a deal to farm a bunch of different other materials, but just getting at least wood to max is very, very important. Right here, I get some shots in on this player. Very weak. I have this guy, of course, 1 bullet, and I want to get that elimination on that player, but I'm just spraying, I'm spraying, and that guy does steal my kill. So this honestly should have been an 11 kill, but he gets that kill there. But see, that this is a situation where on a previous patch, he would have got 50 health for that, but now he doesn't. So I'm not, you can rush people right away after fights, third party, and after fights, you can rush them right away because you don't have to be worried about that automatic heal. So I'm putting the pressure on this guy, and you can see once again I drop down because I'm just like, these guys were just fighting. I don't know if he took any damage, but I'm just going to, possibly he did, right? So I'm gonna try to follow up on it. Luckily, I ducked down there, dodged the sniper, and right here I realized something. I have the zone advantage once again. Look at the zone. It's going back towards me. We both have to move the same situation as earlier, but I have the advantage. So what I'm going to do, I'm gonna chill. And at this point, especially because if you know a player has a sniper or know they have a certain weapon, you gotta chill, man. You don't want to risk it. When you have I have the advantage here. I don't want to choke this gameplay, so I don't want to poke for too long. You can see right here, I'm not peeking, I'm backing up, I'm not peeking, and then boom. You peek and you finish the game because you don't want to give them any angle to hit either a crazy good or a crazy lucky snipe on you or something to steal the game away from you, basically. Thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this. Hopefully this did help you guys out with a little bit of how to get a nice 10 plus kill win by playing the early, the mid, and late game, and also by positioning late game, because you don't just want to get 10 kills, but you want to make sure you're winning the game as well and getting those solo wins. Thank you for watching, guys. I really do appreciate it. If you guys made it to the end of the video, comment down below in the comment section down below. What level are you in this season 8? And that's about it. Drop a like, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. I'm out. Peace.